Stop tuning your EFI system, your self-learnings, any of them. Stop tuning, and I'm going to tell you when and why. When you get a new system in and you load up a base map, Fitech, a sniper, whatever. I base most of my stuff off Fitech, but any of them are the same. Any of the self-learning systems are all somewhat the same. They're going to have some base maps that they say to load. You put some base parameters in, and you go to start it. You start it, and you set the IAC, you set the idle, you start kind of playing with things, and then you all of a sudden it starts running real rich. Don't get on the handheld and start punching numbers in. Start looking at what the data is. And if you don't know what you're watching on the data, I would suggest you find somebody that does, or do some reading on it, do some research on it, and understand what the data is telling you. Because 99.9% of the time, it has to do with what the system is seeing, not what it's producing. That's what these fuel injection systems do, is they see what's going on, they receive data from all the sensors, and decide what needs to happen to make the engine run properly. But if you got something off, if you've got fuel pressure off, if you've got air entering into the exhaust system, or if you don't have enough exhaust past your O2 sensor, or you don't have your coolant temperature sensor working properly, you're still in fuel and warm-up enrichment because the unit still thinks that it's 120 degrees and actually the engine's 195. There's lots of things that can happen that will throw the tune off. And no amount of you changing those numbers in that tune is going to fix it. So stop. I get this all the time. I get guys that call me. I love it that they call me. I don't mind helping you guys. I really don't. I don't mind visiting. But they'll tell me exactly what the symptom is. It's doing this, or it's doing that, or it was running really good for a long time, and then all of a sudden it just went to crap. Okay, it's still running, yeah, but it's gone to crap. Okay, well then we've got something's changed. Fuel pressure's dropped. We've got air into the exhaust system. We've got this. We got that. I mean, we got to figure that out. Oh well, I just started changing numbers. No, stop. Well, I took it out, drove it again, and it was doing this, so I started changing. Stop. I'm not going to listen to it. You're just going down a road that's going to make it worse for you. Stop. Don't do anything. Learn how to read the data. That's the beautiful part about fuel injection over carburation. We can sit there and look at the data, and 99% of the time, we can see what's going on, or see where the error's at. See that, hey, this doesn't match up to over here. Why is it doing this over here? That doesn't match. That shouldn't be right. Okay, let's start looking to see what's going on, and let's start seeing if it's an external error, which most of the time it is. Either something's changed, or there was an install error. You're getting some feedback, electromagnetic electronic feedbacks. There's multiple things. Trust me, I've seen them a lot of different ways. And the more you change those numbers, the more you're just making it worse, because it's really getting all kinds of messed up, and you don't know what numbers you're changing. You're not taking notes. You're not being scientific about it. So when you call me, or you start getting on the groups, or you start asking Fitech all this stuff, we don't know where to start, because we don't know what you did. I already spend hours sometimes with guys just trying to figure out their build in the first place and how they installed it. Now you add in, you started changing a bunch of stuff off the base maps. I have no clue. If I get a hold of it, I usually end up just reloading it with a whole new V8 program, V6 program, whatever it is, and starting over, because it would take forever to try and straighten it out once all these changes have been made, because I have no idea what you changed. So please, do yourself a favor. Start having an issue, look externally first. Look at your data. Learn to read your data. Sometimes it's just an issue that the unit just needs some time to learn. Don't get in it, let it idle for 5 minutes, and then go outside and fire it up with just open headers, and then you take it outside and you romp on it, it falls on his face, and then you blame it on the fuel injection system. Yes, we used to be able to do that with carburetors. You can't do that with the EFI. It takes a little time for it to learn what your engine wants because it's trying to fine tune, make it more efficient, make it better, learn all the little idiosyncrasies about it. And if you don't give it time to do that, you're killing yourself. Once you get one running, the first thing I do is I just go out and just kind of drive it around. If everything's working while it's idling and I get out of the parking lot, everything's kind of working pretty good. Data looks fairly decent. You know, I might have a lot of learn, a lot of trim going on. Okay, well, let's let it learn. Let's see what some data looks like later on. And then I just kind of drive it. Nice and easy, leisurely, some stop signs, some traffic lights, some turns, drive it back, drive it for a half hour or so. Then I go back and start learning what the data, seeing what the data's saying, and start deciding where we might want to fine tune. Or we might decide, hey, no, it's still kind of out of whack. Let's give it some more time just to drive it. Maybe drive it a little bit harder the next time and let it get into some different areas to learn off of and start seeing what it wants. Then we'll come back, and if it's still got some issues, then we can start to fine tune. But starting off right in the beginning and start changing numbers and you have no clue what you're changing, come on, please don't. I'm trying to help you here. And if you bring it to us or to me or any of the other big Fitech guys or fuel injection guys, that's all they're going to do. They're going to start all over. So everything you did, all those worries, everything that you stressed about, it's going to be over, and we're going to have to start completely over, and we're going to find out that it's something simple. And most of the time it is, but guys, I know there's a learning curve to this. Trust me, once you learn it, you're going to love it. The efficiency, the repeatability, the simplicity. We're not changing jets anymore. We're not getting fuel all over our hands. It's a different way of hot rodding that it's going to take you a little time to learn, but you'll love it once you get it. But it's not a magic box. You got to give it some time. You got to make sure you did your stuff right, that the car's liking everything, your wiring's good, your fuel system's good, your ignition system's good. These are all things out external of an EFI system. So slow down. It's usually something simple. Ask around. Learn about reading the data. That helps a lot. But 9 times out of 10, when I start talking to the guy, hey, learn the data log. Send me a data log. Maybe I can help you out. But you just telling me, hey, it's doing this, I have no clue. No clue. So, anyways, hope this helps. If you like it, please subscribe, like, shoot me some comments, complaints, whatever. I know a lot of you guys like to complain about me. Anyways, have a great day.